Hi, today we'll be doing practices on the writing of chemical formula. So the first example that we'll be trying out will be magnesium sulfate. I hope you still remember the steps that we need to take in order to write the chemical formula. So the first step is always, right, as we all know, this is a compound, meaning overall it has zero charge. Okay? And we will know that this consists of a positive ion and a negative ion. So this is an ionic compound. Hence, the first step is to list down the ions present in this compound. So magnesium, Mg, as we can find from the periodic table, it is in group 2. And since it is in group 2, so the charge will be 2+. We have mentioned this in the earlier video. And sulfate as well, onosokone, so you need to know this. And the next step is very simple. What you need to do is, we are only interested in the numbers on the charge next to the plus or minus sign. So after circling the numbers, what you need to do is just to cross them down. And as the name and as the action suggests, cross them down. So this number, you will now write them as subscript, meaning below the letter. So Mg2 and then SO4. Now be careful here, because in this case, SO4 is a unit. It is a polyatomic ion. You can think of them as being stuck together. They are like a family. They move together. So since you want them to multiply by 2, they must also multiply by a unit, which is why we will put a bracket here before inserting the 2 below. Now, as with mathematics, we do not leave things we do not leave things hanging like this. So we always want to simplify it. So we can simplify this chemical formula into MgSO4. Okay, hope you have gotten the hang of it. So now let's move on to doing another example, a slightly more challenging example maybe. Aluminium carbonate. You may pause the video while you try to derive your chemical formula. Okay, I will just proceed on. Okay, first step again, aluminium carbonate. Okay, so you need to find out the position of aluminium in the periodic table. And you will realize it is in group 3. It is below the metal-non-metal dividing line. So it is a metal. So aluminium in group 3, it is a metal, so the charge will be Al3+. Carbonate, it is your onosokone, it is your coal. So remember, CO3, 2-. Okay, now next step will be to circle the number next to the sign. Cross them down. So now Al, cross them down. So write the 2 below. And then CO3, remember they are like a family, so we want them to stay together. So put the bracket. Then you bring down the 3. Now 2 and 3, they're already in their simplest ratio, so we do not need to do anything to it. And there you go. This is your chemical formula for aluminium carbonate. So you see, it is very easy to derive chemical formula once you have their names. So practice more, and if you still have any difficulty, feel free to approach me for help. That's all for this lesson. Thank you.